Las Vegas, surprise finalist Nicco Montano 42 MMA, 10 UFC claimed the UFC's inaugural women's flyweight title and the Ultimate Fighter 26 crown with an impressive win over an incredibly tough Roxanne Modafferi 2114 MMA, 02 UFC. The inaugural women's flyweight title bout, which was put together on just 24 hours' notice when Sijara Eubanks was ruled medically ineligible before weighing in, was the main event of today's The Ultimate Fighter 26 finale event at Park Theater in Las Vegas. It aired on FS1 following prelims on FS1 and UFC Fight Pass. The action was quick to start, with Modafferi wasting little time moving forward and looking to mix it up. Montano quickly answered back, and both women were busy from the opening bell. Montano kept her guard high and added in kicks to different levels, just missing chin on a quick high kick. Modafferi kicked to the body a bit, as well, then moved inside and looked for a takedown that wouldn't materialize. Modafferi maintained her aggression and was able to drag the fight to the floor when Montano caught one of her kicks. From there, Modafferi looked for options from her back, moving between the wrists and neck and eventually getting herself into decent position for an armbar that Montano was able to escape and then return to the feet. However, Modafferi quickly slipped under a punch and scored a beautiful outside trip, moving to side control in the final minute and trying to isolate an arm until the round came to an end. Modafferi again pushed the pace to start the second, coming forward with defense and giving Montano absolutely no room to work. Modafferi eventually worked inside, but Montano pushed her away and kept it a striking affair. The two combatants kept it scrappy as the round continued, both scoring with punches on the inside. Montano chopped the legs a bit, as well, though Modafferi did occasionally capitalize with counters. The pace remained high for both women, though Montano did start to find cleaner shots as time went on. Modafferi was able to get inside and score a late takedown, but it backfired, and Montano LCK'd up a triangle choke, driving punches and elbows to the trapped head as she looked to finish. Modafferi survived until the bell and took a deep breath as she walked back to the corner. Modafferi continued to push forward in the third, though Montano seemed to time the charges a bit better while launching the counter left. Montano briefly moved into the clinch but wasn't able to get Modafferi off her feet, and they returned to the center. While Montano's face slowly reddened, she did draw blood from Modafferi's nose, finding the target more frequently as her opponent's pace trailed off just slightly. Montano kept her pressure high, though Modafferi remained busy in a scrappy affair. The two continued to fire strikes in abundance in the fourth, but it was Montano who seemed more powerful in both her punches as well as high kick that snuck over her opponent's shoulder. Modafferi eventually worked inside and tried for a throw that was ultimately reversed. Modafferi scrambled quickly to her feet but was met with more strikes from Montano, who gained momentum with each exchange. A scrappy Modafferi never backed down and landed her share of return shots, busting open her opponent's nose before Montano was able to catch a high kick and drive the action to the floor in the final minute. Modafferi had to go for broke in the final round, and she did come out firing. However, Montano was able to match the pace and eventually drive the fight to the floor. Montano briefly advanced to mount, but Modafferi scrambled and worked back to the feet. Once there, she moved inside for a trip takedown, only to be reversed, where Montano settled into top position. Modafferi refused to go away, scrambling back to the feet and pushing until the end. But Montano absorbed the strikes on the feet and again secured dominant position in a scramble to the floor. Working from guard, Modafferi did control the wrists and looked for an opportunity that came with just seconds remaining. Modafferi extended an armbar that popped loose just when it was close to ending the fight. Both women returned to the feet, and Modafferi moved forward like an athlete possessed until the final bell. Despite the emotional finish, Montano had banked rounds along the way and was awarded a decision win, 5,045, 4,946 and 4,946. "I feel pretty great, but I'm pretty exhausted," Montano said after the fight. "Roxanne put on a great fight, but just the feeling of being a champion of the UFC is a dream that I really never thought I would be able to accomplish, and I did it in a short amount of time, and I'm pretty proud of myself." When joining The Ultimate Fighter, I was asked what my inspiration was to become a fighter, and I said Roxanne Modafferi. She goes into fights and she loves what she does and never loses the passion, and she always has the kindest heart and is smiling at the beginning and at the end. I really can't thank her enough. Complete TUF 26 finale results include Nicco Montano def. Roxanne Modafferi via unanimous decision 5045, 4946, 4946. Sean O'Malley def. Tarian Ware via unanimous decision 2928, 2928, 2928. Lauren Murphy def. Barb Honchik via split decision 2928, 2829, 2928. Gerald Mearsher def. Eric Spicely via TKO body kick. Round 2, 218. Deanna Bennett vs. Melinda Fabian ruled a majority draw 2927, 2828, 2828. Brett Johns def. Joe Soto via submission calf slicer. Round 1, 030. Montana De La Rosa def. Christina Marks via submission armbar. Round 1, 200. Ryan James def. Andrew Sanchez via TKO punches. Round 3, 058. Rachel Ostovich def. Karine Gevorgian via submission armbar. Round 1, 140. Shayna Dobson def. Ariel Beck via TKO punches. Round 2, 253. Jillian Robertson def. Emily Whitmire via submission armbar. Round 1, 212. For complete coverage of the Ultimate Fighter 26 finale, check out the UFC events section of the site. MaJunkie's John Morgan and Ken Hathaway contributed to this report on site in Las Vegas.